guys, today we are making monkey bites, monkey bread, whatever you want to call it. I don't care, it's amazing either way. And I may or may not have had this yesterday for breakfast too. I don't know, mind your business. But this recipe is super easy to make, and I made a smaller portion, so I just used 2 Pillsbury biscuits, cut it, and then rolled it up into little balls. Then I took about 2 tablespoons of butter and then melted that, and I used Earth Balance. And then in another small bowl, just took 3 tablespoons of sugar and then 1 tablespoon of cinnamon and mixed that together. Then I just took the balls, dipped it in the butter, then dipped it in the cinnamon sugar, and then put it all in an oven-safe dish. Then I just mixed together the extra butter and cinnamon sugar and poured that on top of the monkey bites. And when that gets baked, it gets all caramelized and sticky, and it is so good. Then I put that in the oven at 350 for 16 minutes, and then I made an icing out of powdered sugar and a little bit of milk and drizzled that on top. This might not be the healthiest recipe, but it's super yummy, super easy, and super fun to make. So that's all that matters, right? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!
Hey everyone, it's Ariana, and I think we can all agree that Tiana's beignets and the Princess and the Frog look so unbelievably good. Today we're making them at home, and they're just as good as they look. In a mixer, stir together 1 1/4 cup of warm milk plus 1.5 teaspoons of yeast, and let this bloom for a few minutes. Then add 1/3 cup of sugar and 1.5 cups of flour. And once that's all combined into a batter, you can add an egg, 2 tablespoons of butter, and an additional 2 cups of flour. Switch over to the dough hook and mix it for about 5 minutes on setting 2, and then about 2 minutes on setting 4. After your dough should be all smooth and fluffy, you can also do these steps by hand, but it's just a little bit of a workout. Cover your bowl with plastic and then set it into a warm place to rise for about 2 hours. Once your dough has doubled in size, punch it down using your fist and then roll it out to about 1/3 of an inch thickness. Cut out squares to the size you like, and then heat your oil over medium-high, adding your beignets in. You want to make sure that it's bubbling so that they'll fluff up right away. Make sure to keep an eye on them because they brown super quickly, and then I finish them off with a little drizzle of honey and a mound of powdered sugar. Check out the full recipe on my Instagram where I reply to all my followers' comments.
These Cookie Monster chocolate chip cookies stuffed with chocolate in the middle are absolutely insane. And they're pretty easy to make. Start by mixing 2 1/4 cups of flour into a bowl. Next, add 1.5 teaspoons of cornstarch, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of salt. Give it a good whisk and set it aside. Melt 2 sticks of butter and then let that cool slightly. Add 3/4 cup of brown sugar and a 1/2 cup of white sugar. Cream those together until super well combined. Add 1 egg plus 1 egg yolk and a teaspoon of vanilla. Mix it all together and then add blue food coloring. I added a lot because I wanted these to be super blue. Add in your dry ingredients and stir it together until a dough forms. I added a cup of white chocolate chips and a cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips, but you can do whatever. Pat out your dough and then add some Hershey's chocolate into the middle. You're gonna want to chill these for at least 2 hours, I did overnight, and bake at 350 for about 20 minutes. These cookies are so fun. Follow my YouTube and Instagram for more.
So today I really wanted to try to make churros, so I added a cup of water, 1/2 cup of butter, a tablespoon of sugar, and boiled that on high. Then mix it around a bit, put in the flour, cut off the heat before flour, mix that around, added some vanilla, mix it more, transferred it to this bowl, added an egg, and mixed it with a hand mixer. It was still kind of lumpy, so mix it with this spoon. And then I got a piping tip and bag, put the dough inside there, and I wanted to make some long churros like at Disney, so I did that, put it in the freezer, oil to the pot, and then made my cinnamon sugar mixture. All you gotta do is squeeze out the dough, cut it with scissors, and it falls right into the oil. Take it out when it's golden brown, place on some paper, and don't let it dry too much because you want it to stick to the cinnamon sugar. Now I'm frying my long boys until they're golden brown, putting some sugar on that, and then here's the finished products. It was so good and so yummy.
Today we're making edible cookie dough. Now you can enjoy the delicious taste of cookie dough without having to worry about getting sick. Start by adding a stick of butter to a bowl with a half cup of brown sugar and 3 tablespoons of white sugar. Give it a good mix. Next, add 1.5 tablespoons of milk and a dash of vanilla. Mix it all together. Next, add a cup of flour to a baking tray and bake at 350 for 7 minutes. This is going to ensure that any bacteria in the flour is killed off. Mix it into the batter and then add a pinch of salt and about a half cup of chocolate chips. Mix it together and you're ready to serve. Easy, edible cookie dough that you can eat without having to worry about getting sick.